today we are going to be making authentic Mexican rice. It's going to be one of those dishes that you get at your favorite Mexican restaurant, but better. And you wish you could have it at home. Today's the day that you can. I'm going to show you how. All of the ingredients you will need. These ingredients you can alter to your liking, more or less. You're going to need a large piece of onion. If you are not a fan of onion, then I would recommend just doing a small piece. You need 4 Roma tomatoes. If you're not a tomato fan, then you can do 2. Zucchini. That's what I'm choosing to put in my rice today. So you can use canned vegetables, you can use peas and corn, you can use whatever your favorite vegetable is. Make it your own. You need fresh garlic cloves. I like a lot of garlic, so I put 4. You can put 1 or 2 if you like. You need chicken bouillon. I highly recommend this specific brand. It is very popularly used in Mexican cooking. Another item that you are going to be needing is queso fresco. It's my personal favorite, and it is a very popular cheese. You can find it at your local Mexican market. I highly recommend to get it fresh from the deli. It should have a soft, bouncy texture. You're going to need a measuring cup, a knife, a cutting board. You're going to need jasmine rice, but any white rice will do. You're going to need a blender. I do not have a traditional blender. I'm using a NutriBullet. Use whatever you have on hand. You're going to take half of the onion. I recommend to cut it in half again. Put the flat side down. And you want to kind of cut. You want to cut thin slices like this. Let's make the mixture first. You're going to take your tomatoes and you're going to slice them in half. A very popular thing when making Mexican rice, you rinse out the seeds, but I like to keep them in. I feel like it adds nutrition and flavor. It's everyone's preference, whatever you prefer. Put them in your blender. You're going to take your onion and you're going to put it inside. You're going to take your garlic cloves and you're going to put it inside. Now you're going to cut up your zucchini. You're going to take your ingredients, the tomato, onion, and garlic that are in your blender, and you're going to add your chicken bouillon. You're going to add about 1 tablespoon. Now you're going to add about 2 cups of water. Now you're going to want to blend it. You want it to have a smooth consistency. Now it's important to try it. Give it a taste and see if it's seasoned enough. I feel like it needs a little bit more seasoning. Okay, so now you're gonna just put this off to the side with your zucchini. Now I'm going to be measuring 1 cup of jasmine rice. Okay, now that you have your rice, your zucchini, or whatever vegetable you have on hand, or whatever you like, canned, frozen, fresh, whatever works for you. Then you're gonna have your liquid that we made with the tomato, onion, and garlic, and the seasoning. A very popular thing to do with your queso fresco when making your authentic Mexican food, you're gonna need a knife and a fork, your queso fresco, and a container. You're gonna take a slice of your queso fresco. With clean hands, you're gonna grab it and you're gonna shred it with your fork. And we're gonna start the process. Now we are gonna be taking our pan. Depending on how much rice you wanna make, you can have a larger pan or a smaller pan for a single size if you'd like. I think this is the perfect size pan for 1 cup of rice. You're going to need avocado oil. I choose to use avocado oil because it is the only oil that has the highest smoke point. If you tend to cook your oils at a high temperature and they burn or they overcook, it's gonna have a foul odor and taste. This one does not. All the other oils are fine too. This is just my personal preference and what I recommend. You're gonna wanna add a splash of avocado oil. You're gonna wanna put your stove on to low heat. You wanna warm the oil. You're gonna wanna make sure that you choose a pan that has a lid. Once your pan warms up a little bit, you're gonna wanna add your rice. You're gonna wanna mix it, spread the oil through the rice. You do not wanna add too much oil. You just want very little oil that coats the rice. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna spread it out across the pan. You're gonna cover the bottom of the pan, pat it out now that you mixed all the oil on the rice. You're gonna give it a few seconds and then we're gonna mix it. Give it a few more seconds, we're gonna mix it. You don't wanna burn your rice. You just wanna slightly cook it and make it turn. Mix it again. It's halfway there. Half of it's bright white and half of it's still like it was before. Just now spread it around. Cover the bottom of the pan. After a few seconds, stir it again. One last time. And the rice looks ready. This is what the rice should look like. It should look like a bright white, not a translucent. You're gonna see it turn color over time. Now you're gonna take your zucchini. Now you're gonna add half of your liquid. You're gonna do a simple stir. Now you're gonna pour the rest of your liquid in. It looks like a lot of liquid, but you have to remember it is a 1-to-2 ratio for white rice. 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of liquid. 2 cups of rice, 4 cups of liquid. I'm doing 1 cup of rice and 2 cups of liquid. The rice is gonna soak up the liquid. You don't wanna have dry, crunchy rice. After you've mixed it through the rice, the zucchini, or whatever veggies you chose, there's a rule when making Mexican rice. Don't stir the rice. So keep it on low and let it be. Put your lid on, and every so often you want to check on it. You're gonna check on it every couple of minutes, like this. Just a small little shake, just to separate it from the bottom and make sure that the liquid is underneath of the rice. That's it. Checking on the rice again. Remember, don't take off the lid and don't stir. Just do a little shake. For video purposes, I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Now we're checking on the rice one more time. Now that it's almost done, we're gonna remove the lid and we're gonna try it. Just be very cautious because it's gonna be very hot. The reason why we're trying it is to make sure that the texture is what we want. We don't want it to be too crunchy or too mushy. We want it to be the correct texture. You want it to be right in the middle of crunchy and soft. I'm gonna give it a little try. Just wanna let it cool. It's perfect. It's amazing. It's done. So I can turn off the heat now and just let it sit for a moment, and we're gonna plate it up. This is what your rice should look like. It should have a crispy texture on the outside, a tomato film on top. The rice should be raised to the top, and the texture should be a medium soft. Want to take your queso fresco and sprinkle it on top. For the last touch, you just want to sprinkle a little bit of cilantro. Now let's try it. It's so good. And I'm not just saying that because I made it. I'm saying because it's really good. Thank you for making Mexican rice with me today. I hope you like it as much as I do. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I hope this helped you in some sort of way. Until next time, bye.